Okay, here we are, here we are. I hope you guys are joining in and have it written down on your calendars by now. I'm Linda Daniels, and this is Northampton Wool's Facebook Live post for Monday, June 7th. Happy June. Here we go, speeding away into June. So we are a little bit discombobulated today because of several things. I'm doing this on my phone, so I can't really see the comments, but Kate is on the other side of the phone, and she's going to let me know if you guys have any questions or if anybody even shows up. So please say hello.
All of our regulars are here.
All our regulars are here. Good. Say hello, let her know, and we know via Kate that you are tuning in and ready to hear what's going on, because we got goings on, something like that. We've got that. So you guys know that we've been having trouble with the internet to begin with, and that was one problem that I tried to solve, and of course hit a stumbling block. So that one problem has become two, but I will take care of that. And then what you may not know is that we are moving towards putting in a POS system here in the store, and it is a big job, and it is a really big learning curve for both Kate and I. Starting right away with the equipment that we need. We needed to order a label printer, which we did get in, that comes with all of the other things that the POS system needs. And the label printer is so that we can print labels on the yarns that do not already come with a barcode. There are a lot of companies that still do not put a barcode on their label, and some big companies, Malbrigo is one of them. There is no UPC or SKU on their label, and in order for us to be able to sell it through our POS system, we need to create a barcode and print it on there. Well, the label maker came with a very small roll of labels and no real in-the-box directions. And come on, you guys know, everybody in my generation, we like directions, instructions, printed, step 1, 2, 3, and 4, instead of go to our website and download the instruction manual here, which of course we didn't do. So we have now been through 2 orders of labels, neither of which have been correct. So we're still working on that.
The
In the
internet.
meantime, I thought we would be able to open up, discuss, label, print, and stick on the labels for this huge Malbrigo Rio order that we got in. If you can see behind me, we've got it now all over the floor because I did manage to open the boxes. All this gorgeous, absolutely stunning colors of Malbrigo Rios ready to go on the shelf. It's just so beautiful. I thought, bingo, I've got Beth here, I've got Bonnie here, I've got Kate here. We will print, stick, and stock the Rios. And we can't print the labels. You know that my frustration level goes even higher. I got the air conditioner on and I broke out in a sweat because I'm just like, how can this be so hard? And it's not. At 2 o'clock, Kate and I will do another training session with the POS guy, and we will figure it out. But it's just one more complicated step in areas that we think should be so easy, right? Shouldn't computer stuff, isn't it just supposed to be click and bingo? No. So that's where we are. In the meantime, colors of Malbrigo that you have never seen before. Lettuce.
Oh, those are old ones.
Oh, old colors, sorry.
These are the ones I pulled for all the.
Carrot.
I pulled these all for the gardeners.
Oh yeah. Look at that combination.
You can wear that in the garden, carrot and lettuce.
And then we got new colors in liquid amber and anniversario. Look at the pink and red in that.
Oh, Maureen says, can we still purchase the Rios?
Oh, absolutely. You just can't purchase it on a website, our website. But we are going to have it on the shelf, and it is still going to be for sale. Even though we are working so hard for a POS system, that's going to mean a new website. None of it is live. None of that, none of that coming stuff is going to affect our ability to sell anything. Our website, our current website, is operational, and you can purchase stuff on there. This will not go on our current website right now. That's just more work than we need to do at the moment. But it's in the store, and believe me, you are going to want to see these colors up close and personal. This is Chris. This is a teal turquoise that you have never seen before, and it is really, really pretty. I did a box opening video today that I'm going to put up on YouTube and on Facebook later on today.
Bess has a
when I
question.
calm down and stop sweating.
Bess
And,
has a question.
Yes.
So, POS means point of sale. I'm wondering what that means for the shop and for us.
So thank you for that answer. And what it's going to mean for the shop is actually a giant leap on my part for taking the shop into the 21st century. Basically, it means that when you come in to purchase a skein of yarn or anything else, we will be scanning the barcode that's on the label. This is a Manos del Uruguay yarn, the Serena, and it already comes with a barcode. That means that I have to enter this into my POS system so that when you purchase it, all that information is right there.
But
it
nothing-
means that we don't have a cash register anymore. It all goes through this this one little online thing.
But shoppers don't have to do anything different.
You don't have to do anything. You won't do anything. For a while, when we do go live, we're going to be asking for your email, and what that's going to help us do, even though we already have it in our email system, we need it in our point of sale system so that we can keep track of what you buy, so that 6 months from now, when you call me up and say, Linda, remember, I bought that color of Serena, but I don't have the barcode, I don't have the label anymore. I actually would be able to look that up and tell you, oh yeah, it was color 45 or whatever. Or if you buy a gift certificate and we hand you that piece of paper and you lose it, we'll be able to track it and say, yeah, here it is, we've got it. So it's going to take a whole lot of the stuff that Kate and I have been struggling with to keep track of by hand and making it all accessible to all of us and very, very easy. So it's hopefully, when we get there, supposed to make our life a whole lot easier. In the meantime, it's making me sweat. So stay tuned. I'll be talking a lot more about it. So 2 weeks.
Woo!
What's today, the 7th?
We're getting there.
Yes. I leave on the 20th. So that's almost 14 days away for me to go on vacation. And on the 21st is when I'm starting our knit along for a pattern called Beach Days. I sent this out in the email. This is a picture of it in blue, gold, and kind of off-white. And Tracy Miller is the designer, and I mentioned before that she's one of the Grocery Girls in the Grocery Girls podcast, Grocery Girls Knit, I think. But it's a really fun design. And I actually, oh, here it is. Here's my pile. I actually also printed it out in black and white because this will help you see the contrast. Stephen West suggests this a lot when you're doing a multicolor kind of thing and you're not really sure how the colors are going to work together or if they're going to work together, to take a picture of it in black and white, take the color actually out of it, and then you'll be able to tell what the contrast is. And you can see the light color and the dark color really show up a lot, and then that medium color in the middle still is a contrast and still looks different. So we have black and white and we have color. Sometimes you just can't tell, or you just can't, you're not really sure when they're the same value. Something can be two very different colors, like this orange and green. They're very different, and when you see them in color, and they're very different contrast-wise, but you could have another kind of green or orange that has the same kind of tonal quality to it, and they look the same. So we have a question about the Rios.
What that is.
Yes. The sweater behind me is called Magpie Tendencies. It's a pattern she goes by Skananigans. I did a class in it last year, and I'm going to do it again because this is a really fun sweater. But you can buy the pattern on Ravelry, Magpie Tendencies. And what I love about this particular sweater is the way that it's constructed. It starts with an I-cord around the neck, and then you build both shoulders off of that. And then you pick up stitches across for the front and knit it down to the underarm. You pick up stitches across for the back and knit it down to the underarm. And then you join it and knit the body down.
Ooh.
And then you go back and you create the sleeves. So it is a basic construction that's full of possibilities. You can do it all in one color yarn. You can do the short sleeves, oh, it's way far away. You can do the short sleeves that I did. You can make a long sleeve sweater as well. Lots of different possibilities. And it really lends itself to 2 or even 3 colors in the construction of it. So what we used was the Rios to do the bottom part of the sweater, and I had a perfect color in the Earth Yarns Harvest to go with it. And remember, Rios is a worsted weight yarn, so it knits up very quickly on a size 8 or 9 needle, depending on your gauge. But we will be highlighting that sweater in our class schedule coming out in August. I'm going to do a couple of kind of workshop sweaters starting in August. So you'll hear more about that. In the meantime, if you buy the pattern on Ravelry and bring it in, we can help you put color combinations together and talk more about the construction of that particular sweater, because I really, really like that sweater. So back to Beach Days. I did start it, even though the KAL doesn't start until the 21st. I needed to make sure that there weren't any stumbling blocks in the pattern, although the pattern has been around for a couple of years. But also, what kinds of hints and tips can I give those people that are joining us? You have until the 12th to sign up for it. It doesn't cost anything. I will be giving you a Zoom kind of call meeting for the KAL from my vacation, so you'll get to see first the Humphreys Half Moon Inn, where we'll be in San Diego to begin our vacation, and then in LA, in my son's backyard or living room, and we'll be doing the rest of our meetings there. And those will be at 12 o'clock on Mondays. But this is what Beach Days looks like in the Serena that I just showed you. And I'm using the solid color gray and a multicolor, and then the yellow solid color up here. And they look like this. This is what the multicolor looks like. Did somebody say Grello? This is what the yellow looks like.
Love it.
And this is what the solid gray looks like. And it's more of a tonal than a real solid color. But this is a lightweight yarn. The pattern is written for fingering weight. I think you could easily take it up to a DK weight if you wanted a more substantial kind of shawl. And remember, this is something that you are knitting now, but you'll wear maybe in those late summer, early fall days when it starts to cool off. But it's a nice thing to knit during the summer for the winter. Hey, do you know where Bonnie put her yarn? So Bonnie came in today and brought one of her tubs of yarn to try to pick color combinations for it, and I just wanted to give you an idea of some of the things that she was thinking about. In the meantime, I pulled some of the skeins of Serena so you can see what we've got left in it. We do have some of the multis in blues and purples, some solid and green blues,
All right, we found it.
orange and pink and gray. These would all make great Beach Days shawls. And you will need 2 skeins of each color because it was written for fingering weight. Typically that would come in a 100-gram skein. So Bonnie is a wool mice fanatic, and although we have not ever been able to carry this yarn, she has a ton of it. So she brought some of it in, and pulled together some colors, and this might give you some color ideas. So this is a really starking contrast color one, and her multicolor will be the black and white. And then this really screams Bonnie to all of us. This hot pink and the kind of charcoaly black, and then the multi pink and gray in there. This is the one that I think that she should do.
Ask them which
So,
one they think. Ask them which one they want.
which one do you think she should do? If you know Bonnie, Bonnie, stick your head over here. If you know Bonnie, she's a real red lipstick girl.
Yep, but that's not red.
But it's
I like
pink.
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 but
And
you were
this
gonna.
one
but
too. This turquoise.
I
and
think that
orange
one's
one.
winning though, because it's
I know,
so
it's so
bright.
Which one?
It's tropical.
Very tropical.
Yes,
Ooh, good
tropical
one.
is the right word. Yeah.
That's really cool. So we'll see which one she ends up choosing.
You won't be surprised. My vote is for the orange.
I know.
So it is done on the size 4 needle, but it is a very simple pattern. If you've ever done a feather and fan lace before, you really get into the rhythm of it, because basically it's 3 rows of stocking net stitch, a knit purl knit, and then the row of lace, which is basically 6 decreases followed by 6 yarn overs, yarn over knit 1. So you really can fall right into the rhythm of it, and then basically fall asleep while you knit it, or listen to a book, or watch the kids play in the water. So it's a great summer project.
We have we have coming hot 3 votes for the hot pink.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. Yeah. Because, people say, oh, it's too hot to knit.
No.
No, it's never too hot to knit. Because first of all, it's 95 degrees out. You're not going to be sitting outside on a day like today. You're going to be inside in the air conditioning or in front of the fan. What perfect time. In fact, it's probably a little chilly in there. You're going to need something to knit. But in addition to that, I wanted to also say 2 things that we have for you as well. My daughter Adrienne has started to learn to sew, and she's making these little beanbag pouches that are meant to go either in the freezer or in the microwave. And I asked her to make something this size for those wrist pains when you've knit too much and your wrist is sore, a little bit of cold on them or on your thumb if you're starting to see the results of too much knitting for carpal tunnel. These will work really, really great for that. So we've got a few of these in. And if you did our Mother's Day gift bag, we have the pattern for the eye pillow available, or eye huggy available, and you're supposed to knit the outside of the thing and then stuff it with the lavender and rice that I made. And I made up a bunch of these. So we do have these available as well. They're $5. So you can buy the pattern and knit it out of whatever you've got, or get yarn too, and then stuff them with the lavender pouches that we've got. We've got them in different prints, although you never see it. Once this is inside the pillow, you never see that again. So we've got that available. And then one other thing that I wanted, 2 other things actually. Emma's Yarn is one of the small companies that we brought in this past year, and we really, really like them. Emma started dyeing yarn when she was 15. I think she's about to leave for college this year, but she's built that little business into a very big, not big in relation to big companies, but a good-sized business. And she's been collaborating with a lot of independent designers to showcase some of her yarns. Last month it was with Casa Pinka. Casa Pinka used her Simply Spectacular DK to do the Nacho kit, which was a poncho. And this month she's doing something called Ice Cream Social. And I'm sorry, we were so discombobulated, I did not write down the name of the designer, but this is what it looks like. And it is 2 skeins, 2 full skeins, and then 6 mini skeins to give you the different colors. Kate has listed this on our website. You can order the kit, and it will be drop shipped from Emma's right to you, but you have to go through us. So all of the colorways that the kit is available are on the website, and you can order them if you would like to do something like this. You can see all the colors that they've dyed specially for this kit, or the kind of colors that they've put together. So that's another fun summer project if you don't want to, or if you want to do something more colorful than beach days. Then one other thing that the last thing that I wanted to talk about was the Gusto stock yarn from Earth Yarn. They started out with 8 colors, which we got in, and my friend Eileen took one of them and started knitting, and she knit this great cowl and sent me a picture of it. Then I said, oh, I wonder if the same thing will happen if I knit it, because I knit a little looser than Eileen. And I started to knit the same cowl in a different color, and it is beginning to do the same kind of swirl with the color. So this is in the round on a size 4 needle with 200 stitches, just in stocking that stitch. We did a little bit of ribbing at the bottom, and there'll be some ribbing up at the top, and then it begins to just automatically fall in place. Is that showing up?
Yeah.
Kate, nicely. I just want to see the whole thing.
Yeah.
No, I hate looking at it in bits and pieces like this. But we got great new colors in as well. These are all much lighter and brighter. So I'm going to take one of these on vacation and knit one of these up as well. These are all the first 8 are on the website. The newest 8 are still only in the store. So we've got them front and center just as you come in the door, so you'll be able to take a look at those. And I know that Eileen said that she sent me her cowl to borrow for the summer, so you can take a look at what hers looks like, and mine will probably be done in the next couple of days as well. These colors are just really fun.
Yeah.
So pretty. So great. So you might get something exactly like this. You might get something where the swirls are even a little closer. Just sort of all depends on your gauge. And you know, although gauge, I would say, is not important in this kind of thing, it does affect the look that you get. So we can't guarantee that you'll get exactly this kind of swirl. In Eileen's, it swirled out and then it swirled back in across the top. So I can't wait to see if that happens to mine as well. But you are going to get some kind of swirl.
And I'm going to do one, and I'm a tight knitter.
And you're a tight
so
knitter.
we can
We'll
see
how that does. And Gail Hurley sent me a picture. She made socks out of it, and I will download that and share that on our Instagram post as well, because it was really neat to see how the little bits of color showed up in the regular sock. So I guess that's all we have for today. We did put up a pride window, and we've got a crocheted rainbow sweater in there that I finished last week, so I hope you come by and take a good look at that. And to go with that, Earth Yarns came out with a new colorway in their sock kits, where each sock ends up being exactly the same because they've wound it into 2 separate balls. That's what you'll get if you want to knit a pair of rainbow socks. We've got the kit ready for you to go, and each one of these kits has a pattern for a basic sock in it, so you'll be able to jump right in and get that done. So I hope that you spend the week getting some knitting done in spite of the heat, and I sure hope that we see you Wednesday through Saturday from 10 to 5. Bye, everybody.